Yeah, so this is the idea here. I'm calling it Anvil 2.0 because of the idea that this was my old Anvil deck that I've just been trying to modify and basically, bring into the new set. So the idea of bringing in Fire Speedle is useful because we force our opponents to discard cards. This means that also if we play Ob Nixilis here, we're putting more pressure on the opponent of either taking damage or discarding cards. And the +1 here actually does add up really quickly. The other thing about the Ob Nixilis is great is that with the minus we get these little devil tokens, and with Meathook Massacre in the deck, this allows us to drain the opponent for even more when our devils die, or even go with the idea that if we need to use Meathook to sweep the board and we have some of these devil tokens, we can technically get higher value of X in a small way against a single target. Testing out Exodus in the deck, mainly because we're going for Awaken the Blood avatar. And if this was a card that's been seeing a lot of play back when it first came out, not so much lately. So Awaken the Blood avatar is the main goal we're playing for. So 1 red, 1 black, and 6 of any color. As an additional cost, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. You get a 3/6 red-black avatar token that has haste, and whenever it attacks, you deal 3 damage to each opponent. So the token that we make is going to be great, and we're fine with sacrificing most of our creatures in this deck. The other option of playing Exodus here allows us to use the Magecraft ability to return any creature from our graveyard back to our hand. So if we, go with the idea we use Deadly Dispute, we can end up bringing back the Fire Speedle. And same with Burn Down the House. Now, we don't have too many Magecraft trigger options for this, so that's why we're, again, making it so that we primarily play this for Blood Avatar. But we do have small ability to technically play it for the white, and to give us some white sources, I did put in 1 Shattered Sanctum and 1 Sundown Pass in case we wanted to try that. Otherwise, we're going to be relying on the treasures from the Deadly Dispute or the Mirror Breaker token. So there's a lot of little synergies in the deck. We'll go ahead and hop in the games and see how it works. A little greedy, but I'm going to keep this. The reason why I say it's a little greedy is because we don't have a guaranteed 3rd mana, but with Warlock class, we should be able to dig for the 3rd mana, so that way we can play these Mirror Breakers. Alright, where's Black-Red? Gonna go for the dig. Oh, that's evil. Have to choose. We take the land. I wanted the Anvil. Don't get me wrong. It's the main part of our deck, but we needed the mana. Go for Mirror Breaker. Fortunately, opponent could use a Jawari's Disruption. Alright, thankfully no counterspells. Ooh, Tainted Indulgence. So they draw 2 and they have to discard. If they had 5 different mana values in the graveyard, they wouldn't have had to do the discard. Go blank, huh? We'll discard Meathook. We'll discard Warlock class. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and discard the mountain. Keep the rest of the hand. Attack in. Get another Mirror Breaker, and we're actually going to go ahead and play Fire Speedle. This way, if the opponent tries to use another Go Blank, all they're going to get from is 1 card, so they'll probably not go for it, and we'll be able to use this Invoke Despair against them. No plays from the opponent, no land drop also, so that means the land they discarded actually is hurting a little bit. I'm going to hold the epic here. We'll attack the opponent. Gonna go for some despair, because this is just gonna make him lose a bunch of life, and we get some card draws as well. All right, there we go. So opponent has to have a sweeper to stay alive. Oh, I guess it did play land. All right, well, there's the sweeper. Just to play it safer, we're going to activate this as our way to go in. Let's see. In case they can replay spells from their graveyard, I'm going to get rid of Big Score. And we'll pass it back. I'm deciding to hold all the cards in the hand in case, again, they have discard. Thanks to Burn Down the House, we'll be able to create 3/1/1 attackers that have haste, that also have the ability that if they die, they'll be able to do a point of damage. Okay. How about my Burn Down the House? I'll make a copy, and attack in, and that's lethal. And the thing is, it's even if they, manage to like use a card that allows them to exile one of these, so that and still be able to get the blocks, Warlock class would still manage to finish them off. I actually really like how Burn Down the House feels in deck too, because it's the option of being a sweeper or this aggressive attacking card. A little awkward, but I'll go ahead and try keeping it. The nice thing about this hand is we do have Mirror Breaker here. We also have meat hooks, so if we're against tokens, we can sweep them up. I hate Luminarch Aspirants so much. Okay. No blocks. Discard up to 2 cards. Submit 0. Attack. Do you block opponent? You do. Thank you. Massacre for 3. Oh yeah! So glad that the opponent blocked. If they didn't block, we wouldn't have been... Freaking heck. Stop it with the Aspirants. Alright. Oni Cults. Blood Tithe. I said stop with the Aspirants, not more. Freaking heck, I hate these things. Alright, if it attacks him, we just take the 4. Yeah, Vanishing Verse on Kiki Tiki does not surprise me. I was just kind of hoping to get one turn with it, because we would have been able to get rid of both Aspirants. Alright. Blood type on board. Get rid of this. Bring down the Warlock class, and we'll sacrifice one of these and start our tokens. Thanks to Warlock class, we get extra drain against them because at the end of our turn, if any of our creatures die, they lose a life. Plus the Meathook Massacre, so they're basically losing 2 life during our turn if we lose just one creature. Attempts to get rid of this. Level up Warlock class because we need mana. Alright, Anvil instead. Stack in. I'm going to sacrifice the token that we already have instead of the blood. The reasoning is if the opponent does a sweep on the creatures only, I want the blood to be able to start remaking the creatures again. Alright. We actually got exactly what we needed out of that already, so it's okay that that goes. Like, Meathook Master is going to drain them for more than the Warlock class will. Because we're not going to be able to get the Warlock classes level 3. Start off attacking. Alright, they go for a Wandering Emperor.
Now you've done it. That's good. Let your blade do the talking.
Sacrifice draw. Go for Epic here. Go Ob. Sacrifice 1.
I've conquered.
Get the Devil token. Plus.
Work for me now, Runt. Defy me, and you lose.
At this point, we should have the opponent dead, possibly next turn. Thanks to the mix of Meathook Massacres and our Oni Cults.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Alright, before that resolves, sacrifice this. Sacrifice this. Now the opponent will technically stay even on life here, right? No, ours resolve first, so they die. Good game, opponent. So that's one of the things about Meathook Massacre. If there are 2 Meathook Massacres on the board, the effects go yours, because you technically have priority, resolve, or trigger first. Then the opposing player will get theirs to trigger. So theirs will actually resolve first. Like, you get yours to trigger first, but theirs will resolve first. And if you're at lower life than the number of creatures on board, with 2 Meathooks on board, you'll kill yourself. Alright, this actually seems like a great hand. So we have the turn 1, turn 2, and even Ob on 3. So yeah, we'll keep. I mean, Virus Beetle isn't our best thing to go into for Ob, but this is still a solid thing to go into. We'll attack in. I kind of figured the opponent would not block. They always want to do the sacrifice trick with Shambling Ghasts. Alright, let's go Ob Nixilis. Just sacrifice the Epic here because the artifact has more playability for other cards. And I'm actually just going to use these for pluses. I'm not even going to bother with the minus right now.
Enough. Notions of morality. All that matters is power. By coin or carnage. Tribute.
What does the opponent do to respond to this? So the opponent can always choose to discard card, so that we don't take the 2. We're not gaining the 2 life because we didn't create the devil token.
Plead for mercy.
I will hold the Virus Beetle back. Don't see a reason to attack into the Shambling Gas. Because they're just going to sacrifice it anyways. Yeah, there's the Deadly Dispute. So I'm betting the opponent's play next turn is going to be Lull. Oh, it's a heavy. Okay. So, Shakedown Heavy. When it attacks, we may choose to give them a card, and we remove it from combat and it untaps. Let's see here. Go Virus Beetle. What are you doing, opponent? I'm still going to use these for pluses. I'm not going to use a minus yet because there's a possibility that the opponent may use a sweeper. Because I'm going to bring down Blood-type Harvester, and Blood-type Harvester says that we can kill heavy. No attacks. Alright, they're probably going to see a removal fired at an off with how they're highlighting. May use a like soul transfer or whatever it's called. The 3 mana sorcerer speed, exile a creature or planeswalker spell. We're telling the opponent we're not going to give them their card. So even if they go kill Blood-type Harvester, we still have the ability to double block the Beetles. So they actually used Baleful Mastery to get rid of the Harvester. So they could have used that on Maul. But they decided to pay 2 mana, so we got the card draw. Shambling Gas. Okay. Going to bring out a token.
Oh, I have
bringing out the token just because there's a possibility that the opponent goes with a sacrifice to be able to kill a
Your
1/1.
punishment is my entertainment.
Going to continue to hold Fable. The reason I'm holding Fable is, again, I'm trying to play around a Meat Hook Massacre. Okay. Trespasser on board. Alright, we got the button to scoop up. That's the power of early obs. If they don't have an answer, they just keep poking at them. And thanks to the Virus Beetles, we actually managed to force the opponent to discard early cards, which they chose land twice. And they started to miss land drops, so definitely hurt them. Alright, so this is definitely a keep here. The only thing we're missing is a 1-drop, but this is great. See, black, red, green. What is the opponent playing? Honestly, was not expecting that. The problem with the Bloodcaster means that we can't really play Ob out until we deal with the flyer. No shock. Or I should say no surprise. Bring out another one. So next turn we can go Oni Cult Anvil plus Virus Beetle. Or we can do double Anvil. Do double Anvil, I think, might be the better play. Opponent, are they stuck on 2 mana? Well, they have the surges. Alright, they aren't stuck on 2 mana. Alright, couldn't get the second red source for the double anvil play. We will go for the Virus Beetle. Why would you play... Oh, they played this later. That's why. Okay, if they have a double green card, why'd they play this on black? Well, that means we're gonna use Meat Hook Massacre here. One, two... We sacrifice this, destroy an anvil, we sacrifice anvil in response. That's bullshit. Okay, we get another mana source there. Gonna go for the Ob this time. There's a good chance that the hunter could just go land attack with Eye Tyrant and kill it.
Just obedience.
But this protects us from just a page creature that doesn't have menace. We'll create the token.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Another possible thing that could happen because of the play we did, they could always have another Shatter Skull Smashing. If they play a land, go 2-1 and kill them both. Oh, Meat Hook of their own. Okay, interesting choice. So, they have until the end of the turn to play these cards. We'll probably see Seeker's Chariot get played. Opponent could have actually used this and forced us to sacrifice an Ob. We'd obviously sacrifice the regular Ob over the token, based off their loyalties. Alright. So they did what I thought they would do, which is go for the Chariot. Felt like an early concession there, but we'll take it. This one's not ideal. But I think I'll try keeping it, because Warlock class we can use to draw. Our odds of hitting some kind of creature aren't bad in this deck for Ob. Or we can just top deck the Blood type right off the bat there. So, with this, it means that we can actually sacrifice this to Ob if it survives. That's a big if, apparently. Alright. Anvil time. Alright, I guess they really don't like a 1-1. It is a little annoying. Take another Anvil. We'll just put it on the board. Fortunately, we have to find some kind of artifact that we're fine with just, you know, sacrificing. I don't like this play, but we may as well just put him out there just to try to pressure the opponent. Opponent's not showing any man lands that can, you know, attack the Ob. And I doubt they're running mini haste creatures, so just doing the pluses here will help us put some pressure on them.
Finally, a new conquest.
Alright, more Bloodchief Thirst, unfortunately.
Ah, wipe that smug look off your face.
If we had one more black, we could at least, you know, invoke to spare them. I don't want to do this, but... Alright. What do you do now, opponent?
Are you enraptured by my beauty? Or do you fear it? Aren't I the generous one?
Alright, let's go ahead, attack in. Try to get rid of Lulf. We at least replace one of the two tokens that we lose in this exchange.
I will do what I demand.
Alright, with Deadly Dispute,
I
we
will
potentially get a
not
restock.
ride. My power is for annihilation.
Alright, so they're gonna siphon, and they can siphon a second time. No clue what they stole. Literal worst thing they could steal from is the Meat Hook Massacre. If they go siphon like that, I would imagine they're in a little bit of a desperation play. Okay, that's not the worst thing they can steal from us in the sense of them playing against us, but I hate the fact that they stole that from us. Alright. Sacrifice this. So, from here we just go Meat Hook 1. Cleans up the board of all the little tokens. Going that land... I shouldn't have gone that land. I should have gone for the Eye Tyrant. Bring out another Blood type Harvester. Pass it back. Alright, another wolf.
That I may see you better. Subservience will be rewarded.
We'll attempt to invoke. Probably get hit by a counterspell here, unfortunately. That's not good game. We're not reliant on the invoke. I think we only have like 2 invokes in our whole deck. Pass it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually have enough mana that we can actually activate Warlock class.
But we will catch you.
With the activation of Warlock class, next turn we attack in... We just go for face. Alright. Send it all. What do they do? Blocks just kind of how I expected them to. That actually does a lot more damage to them. So that's going to be... Yeah, that's lethal. It might not appear lethal, but watch what happens when we go to the end step. Because we're going to sacrifice this. And then we activate this.
In exchange for loyalty.
And boom. So, if you're not sure what just happened there, that was the level 3 of Warlock class being activated. So at the beginning of our end step, each opponent is going to lose life equal to the amount of life they lost this turn. Thanks to Infernal Grasp being casted, this meant that they took 2 damage from that, plus the 1 damage from Meat Hook Massacre, so they actually took 3 damage instead of 1 there. And then we basically doubled that to be 6. That's not even accounting the fact of just how much damage we did because thanks to the Oni Cult with the token that came from it, and the 2 other life drain triggers that happened from the Harvesters. So, Yeah, there we go.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch at the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.